So we're back with yet another guide for a new desert water game, and this time we have Pirate Bloopers. Now this is an isometric action game in the style of a time survival where you take control of a ship in dangerous waters of Pirate Bay. Your goal is to survive as many waves as possible. This game has 10 achievements, will net you 1000 G, and you should be able to get everything in about 25 minutes. So let's waste no more time, let's roll those credits and find out how we get those achievements. So we have 10 achievements to get in this, and the main goal is going to be get to at least wave 10, and hopefully we should be able to kill and collect as much gold as we need in the process. Right, A is for fire. Now if you hold A, it will do a more charged shot, which means you can fire at a longer distance, which does come in handy for those ships so you can keep them at range. These yellow ones, if they touch you, they will steal your gold, so make sure you take them out straight away. Now you need gold to upgrade your ship, and we have to upgrade the ship at least 10 times to get one of the achievements. So in these first early waves, the key is just simply to try and pick up as much gold that's floating around and pick up the treasure chests that you'll find on your map in the top right there. The treasure chests are marked with the yellow X's, and the submarines and the small boats will steal them if they sail over them. They do give you quite a bit of time to get them, so don't panic straight away. But make sure you focus on picking up as much loot in the early stages so that you can upgrade your ship. Basically then sail around taking out as many ships as you can. In these first early levels you're mainly only going to find subs and these yellow ships. So start taking out the yellow ships. We will need 20 of those to get the achievement. And there's also submarines which we're going to need at least 7 of. Gold wise, you're looking at collecting 10,000 in gold. So like I said, just pick up as much stuff floating around in the ocean and pick up the chest as you're going. You will also pick up an achievement for picking up the stuff in the ocean. You need 500 items picked up. So like I said, just spend your time in these first early waves, just basically trying to pick off those yellow ships, maybe the odd submarine, but your weapon is so underpowered, unless there's literally a submarine stuck, I wouldn't even bother at this stage. But just go around collecting the chests, and hopefully we should pick up enough stuff to get a couple of upgrades at the end of this level. Now, like I said, you can only upgrade the ship at the end of each level like this. So as the timer runs out, we can now upgrade our ship. So we're going to go with, well, we haven't got enough to get in. We're 3 coins short, so we're just going to carry on to the next bit. And again, they've not added anything extra in this wave. We're just going to sail around and start picking up boats. Now, you've got to get reasonably close to them. You can't just fire at them from a distance. Again, just still continue to take out these yellow ships. These first early stages are nothing too difficult. Just be careful of the rocks. Hitting the rocks will drain your boat health, and obviously that is limited. If you do obviously take too much damage, you will lose a life, and you have 3 goes on each turn. And like I said, you want to get to about level wave 10. You will want to get to about a level 11, maybe 12, depending on how many green boats, because we have to get 5 of those, and the green ones do not start appearing until wave 10. And also in wave 10 you again get the big boss boat, which you want to avoid at all costs, because basically you don't need to kill one for the achievement, so we're not going to be bothering. But like I said, at the minute, we just need to concentrate on floating around this big pond, picking up as many chests and debris as we can. It's all going to help for our upgrades. So we got, as you can see, there's one more chest here. Once you collect all the chests, they will respawn back in. So don't panic if you think, well, that's everything done. There will be more appearing. So as you can see there, they pop all back in. And now if you also look on the map, you can see that the red ships, or the red dots, are for the yellow ships. And the purple looking submarine thing is surprisingly a submarine. Like I said, if they get stuck, or you can easily follow one in behind, they don't do any damage unless you really hit into them. So if you can get behind one, you can just constantly pummel it. to kill it off, but it will take a long time. So we're going to start our upgrades there with a bit of health and a bit of fire rate. You also want to concentrate a lot on damage. The more you can put into that damage one, the more damage obviously you do, and the quicker you can kill enemies. I think once you get something like 3 into that damage slot, you can take out the yellow boats in one hit, making your job so much easier when we get to the harder levels. So again, this is just wave 3. It's the same as the last two. Yellow boats, submarines, and plenty of chest and gold. So we're just going to again spend this level picking up as many gold as we can and just popping off these yellow boats when we get the opportunity. As you can see, they do drop gold when they sink, but it's the same amount every time. So even if they pick up a chest or they're stealing gold off you, you won't get anything back for killing them. You still only get the same amount of gold. So unless you're taking them out, just keep your distance and make sure that we're picking up as much gold and loot as we can. See there, this submarine has got himself nicely stuck in here, which gives us the perfect opportunity to take this one out. Just watch out for this yellow one coming in from the side, because like I said, he will steal your gold, and at the minute having gold is what we need. But he's nicely wedged in here, so we're just going to get up nice and close and just use the quick fire here to just take him out. Like I said, as you can see, we're doing very little damage because we haven't put anything into our damage slot yet. So here we go, and that's that one gone, and he'll give you slightly more gold. And I got myself stuck. So there is, if you push the L trigger, a reverse. Now the controls can be a bit fiddly on this. You've got to basically spin round, and you will often, if you don't do it correctly, slam into the rocks behind you. But here we go, back off again. We're really low on energy here because I've been banging into rocks, banging into subs. But there we go, our first achievement pops for the Ocean Cleaner, which is for getting the 500 bits of trash or gold, as it is, and floating around in the ocean. And at the end of that wave, we're now going to invest some more, because like I said, we do have to invest 10 in this if we want to get the achievement. Okay, so we're going to invest in the damage one this time. Again, like I said, get about 3 in there. You can take those yellow ones out in one shot, saving you so much time. And when you get onto those harder ships where that take a few shots, being able to pop off a yellow one that just gets in your way is a big help. So again here, we've still got no new enemies at this point, so we're still just going to be picking up treasure and taking out all the yellow ones. And like I said, any subs that get in the way, you can have a go at them. Now you've started investing in your damage, you will find you can take them out a little bit quicker. That's another one down. Really, you do just want to spend time picking off yellow ships and really concentrating on the gold. Getting the upgrades here will help in the later levels. And we're going over towards where the sub is here. You can see him just floating off on the bottom. The subs are probably the main ones that will go after the chests more often than not. He'll focus on the subs, where the yellow boats just kind of do a patrol circle, and they won't actually attack until you get into that radius that you can see on the screen there. As soon as you get into that, they will start coming towards you. If you get out of the radius again, then they will stop and sail off in probably a different direction. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. And obviously if you get a couple of them together, they both will attack at the same time. They can pin you, and they will both steal your treasure if they're touching you. But like I said, at the minute we're just picking up a nice amount of gold here. There we go, and we're heading down. Now the sub is probably going to beat us to it. You can push subs away as well from treasure. If you start shooting them, you can basically discourage them from getting it. And there's one last chest down there. We ain't got time, but we have got the yellow destroyer there. So that was the 20th ship, just popping in there before the end of that wave. There we go. And then, so what are we going to invest in this time? Okay, so we're going to go for fire rate this time. Just helps speed things up, and a bit more into damage. So off we go. And this time we're going to be introducing the red boats on this level. If you look on the map there in the top left hand corner of the mini map, you'll see what looks like almost a red arrow. That is going to be the red boats. And the one we're heading towards the minute that's flinging bananas at us, these are the medium boats. Now we need to kill 3 of those and 5 of the red boats. Now at this stage of the proceedings, again the medium boats and the reds are going to be a little bit tough to take out. So only take them out if you get the chance, but don't risk your lives, because obviously there's going to be plenty more and you're going to be slightly more upgraded a bit later on. So just concentrate on again picking up the treasure. If you get the opportunity to take out one of those boats, the reds are going to be the easiest, and as you can see we're just picking up our next achievement there for 20 chests. Like I was saying, the red boats are probably going to be the easiest. The mediums are obviously harder. They do fling those bananas and they can fling them a long distance. Obviously you can see now with 2 in the damage, those subs are becoming a lot easier to take out, and as they don't fire back, they are really quite simple to take out when you need to. But again, we're just basically keeping away from the big boat here. As you can see on the mini map, he's on the other side of the minute, and we're just picking up some treasure, trying to get ready for our next upgrades, and the more we can invest, the easier our time is going to be in this game. So again, we're just taking out these yellow boats. Even though we've obviously already got the achievement, it's not going to make much of a difference. It just helps you clearing the space, giving us a bit of breathing room up here. So we're just heading up here now. Again, there's the boats as well will respawn in, so don't just think because you've cleared one area that you're going to be safe up there. They will start spawning back in. And okay, so that was the end of that wave. Obviously we didn't see the red boat, we just about got away from the medium. We're not really at the rate yet to take him out, so we're going to do a few more upgrades here. Bit more probably into damage. And that should do us for this one. Right, so that's going to give us an upgrade now. That should give us enough to take out those yellow boats in one hit, as well as giving us a good chance against the red boats. There we go, see, yellow boat down in one. But we got a medium boat here, that's going to cause us problems. We're going to go straight in on the attack. You can see we're doing some nice damage now. We've got the 3 in there, and out he goes. Get it, if you're going to go for him, get in there quick, go from distance and start closing the gap. Those bananas will do some serious damage if they hit you. And again, like all boats, once you killed the first one, usually another one will spawn in as not long after. You can see it spawned back in again, another medium one. So you technically can get the 3 kills on the medium boats in one wave. But obviously you do need to be keeping an eye on your life. It will drain it if you're going in for attack after attack. As you can see, we're already quite low. We've got another stuck sub there. So that gives us a perfect opportunity just to take that one out. And off we go again. Just going to collect treasure here. Probably keeping our distance from as many ships as we can. And just concentrate on getting more gold so we can get some more upgrades. Another easy target here. As you can see, now we've got the 3 in the damage. That's when you start doing some serious damage, and it really does speed up your attack. So we're heading up to get a few more, and we're looking at taking out another sub. I gotta be careful because I am literally now 1 hit from dying. And we're just gonna sneak up on this one. Oh, we got a red ship coming, and that was be my first life gone. See, so you do have to be careful because they will take you out. And we're not going to bother going back for that red ship, though he seems to have different ideas, and he's coming right up. Now we got a yellow and a red. Yellow's no problem. The red is going to take about 3 hits, but we're out of time, so we're going to increase our health just to give us that safety net and a bit more on the rate, so we can, if we need to, and we got to get in on those medium ships, it give us a bit of speed to get in those quick attacks. So same enemies on this one. We've got yellows, we've got the reds, and we've got the subs and the mediums. So you will find you'll have plenty of time over the different waves to get all the mediums and all the reds. So don't panic straight away if you're not getting them in the first wave or you're not powerful enough. Just give yourself time. Don't waste your lives. You're going to need them a bit later on. And we got, there we go. We've just got big fortunes there. Another net achievement. That was for collecting 10,000 gold. So we've got that by about wave 7. I'm pretty sure you can get that one by about wave 6 if you really do focus and concentrate on just collecting chests as you go. And that's all you still want to be doing here. Just think about the upgrades. We've got to get 10. And we're going to need them to take on the bigger ships in the later levels. So we're keeping a distance as well. We're not really wanting to take on too many of those medium ships. We've already taken quite a bit of damage. And as you can see, we're down to about a quarter of health. We've already lost 1 life. That medium boat is definitely stalking us around. I'm sure he's going to start flinging bananas. He doesn't seem to have a radius around him, but they literally work on the line of sight. As soon as they can see you, that's it. They're going to start firing at you. And like I said, they fire from some distance. There you go, see? And those bananas do not stop until they bloody hit you. And we're going to get ourselves in trouble in a minute if we don't get out of here. Here we go. Try and get some distance. And that medium ship will fire in all directions. So don't just think because you're coming in from behind that you'll be safe. And as you can see there, you can shoot other obstacles. And we died again. So we're on our last health now. You can shoot projectiles out of the air. So if a red ship does fire at you, you can shoot it out of the air and then send another one back in its direction. So another achievement pop in there for the 10 upgrades that we've got. And off we go on this one. So again, we're going to see the same enemies. You won't start seeing newer enemies now until about wave 10. In which case you'll start getting the boss ones and the green ones. So taking out that red, nice and easy there to start with. The yellows now are no trouble. Once you've got those 3 damage points in, they're not going to be an issue. You've just got to keep taking them out just so it clears the waves and so they don't nick your gold. Because like I said, gold is the key here. Being able to get those upgrades, getting the gold is what you essentially want. And definitely don't drive like I do and try and keep away from those rocks as much as you can. It might take 2 playthroughs before you get the total hang of the maneuverability in this. But you can pick up the basics enough to get through because you should be able to get all achievements in 1 run here. Which should take you no more than about 25-30 minutes. Again, concentrating on the goals. You can see on the mini-map the ships on the other side. We're just sticking to this side. Really poorly driving, banging into every rock. We got a couple of subs up here. Okay, we got more chests, we got yellows, and we just got a red there on the top of our screen. Again, he will shoot pretty much on sight, so don't think you can keep your distance and survive them. And we'll see, once you've got 3 in that damage slot, you're only looking at about 3 hits there per to kill them. So again, they're not the most difficult, the red ones. But they do obviously start firing back at this stage. And that's that one gone. So we're taking out quite a few subs here. Well, we're pretty sure we're close to getting that achievement. But there we go. And again, we're getting a bit close to that because, like I said, he will throw those bananas a long way. There we go. End of that wave. So, what we're going to go for this time, we haven't really got anything there, so we can afford, so we're going to go on to wave 9. And this is where you don't want to mess up, because obviously messing up here would mess up your chances of getting to wave 10, and you would have to start over again. But don't panic. I know some of the achievements say in 1 session, but you can basically play this if you died again and still get the achievements, and what you've killed in this run would still count towards those achievements. So again, we're just floating around here, just picking up the debris. We've got some yellow boats here. Like I said, we can still take them out in 1. We're still just picking off the subs here, and we're getting a bit close to one of the medium ships. So you can see the bananas. He's stuck against that rock. And there we go. We've now got the achievement for getting all the subs. So you can see you will get it quite easily. Just playing through the different waves. And here we go. We're just getting this ship now. And he's absolutely hitting us. And then we've got a red ship coming in from behind, which isn't going to help. And we've got that medium ship. but we're taken out by that red ship there coming in from behind. So as you can see, you can get overwhelmed really quickly if you don't play it. You want to basically try and keep the bigger ships to themselves, but if that happens, you can just do another run, and like I said, it will continue. And we're just going to skip forward here to basically back to where we were at level 9. So on the way back to level 9, we did manage to get revenge on that medium ship, unlocking the achievement for getting 3, just showing that even though you might die, you can still pick up the achievements and it still does count. And we managed to get the achievement for taking out the 5 red ships. So if you play it more strategically than I did and you take your time just picking them off as and when you can, you should be able to get this done in that one run. Obviously it's taken me 2, but if I'd carried on, I'm pretty sure I would have got them all in that one run. I was just playing too aggressively and I was going after the achievements too quickly. Just if you haven't got the right setup, just carry on playing slowly, just popping off when and where you can. Keep your distance and just play strategically. So obviously there we are, just finishing off level 9 on this second run, and as we start level 10, there's the pop for the experienced captain if I get into the 10th wave, and here they'll be introducing ghost ship boss ones. Now these are great big black ghost looking ships you can see here on screen. They will fire multiple cannonballs at you and do some serious damage. So you seriously want to be staying over the other side of the screen here, because as you can see, they will wipe you out in no time at all. Now the only achievement that we have left to do is to take out the green dead ships. Now these on the mini map look like red and green circles. They're basically half red circle, half green circle. They appear on your mini map. This is the first level they appear at. You can see them in the mini map near the top right there. So basically those are the ones you want to go after next. You have to get 5 of these, and again you want to take your time with these. You don't want to rush in on wave 10. Basically stay away from that big pirate ship. On your mini map he's that great big red circle in the bottom left there. Avoid him. Try and avoid getting into confrontations with mini ships. Here you go. We can see we just found our first green one. As with all ships, they will respawn after a few seconds. Mine had the real unlucky thing of respawning right next to the big ghost ship. So give them some time. Just carry on collecting gold, taking out whatever's around. Make a nice little safe space on one side. Just hang around. Eventually the ghost ship did sail off, and I'm going to be able to get in there and pick up that last ship. And you can continue doing this over continuous waves and it won't make much of a difference as long as we get those 5 ships. So again, we're just keeping out the way of the ghost ship. We're not really getting into any confrontations. We just want to get through this wave. Now as you can see, my green ship has parted from the ghost ship and I'm heading down now to pick him off. Bit of distance, because you don't forget you can shoot quite away with these power-ups, so you can even knock them off screen. As you can see, I killed one there. 3 shots with our powered up weapon. Again, that's about 3 I believe on the 3 or 4 on the damage meter. We'll take him out in 3 hits. So we're waiting for one more. He's there in the middle, but we didn't have time. So yeah, we got 4 on the damage slot for that one. It's taking those green ones out in 3 shots. So that's roughly where you want to be by the time you get to wave 10 and 11. We're going to use the same tactic here. We're literally going straight to the opposite side of the screen, and we're lucky because we got a green ship here. So we're taking that first one out, and we're going to then take out the reds. Reds take about 3 to 4 shots there. Their main problem is going to be that they can fire back, so you just want to get them out the way straight away. We're still knocking off these yellows in 1, and I'm just creating this nice safe space down here. And I'm using it to get away from anything, because we've got a medium ship coming. The ghost ship is slightly there, and we're lucky enough to have another green ship here, which we can take out in 3. And this the red ship. Again, quick bit of damage there, and off he goes. And we've got one more just in the top middle there. Now the ghost ship is actually moving away, and he's moving to the top half of the screen, which is perfect. But there we go. We picked up another one here. We can take him out. And that, I think, we can is the achievement. There it is. Take a while to pop, but there it was. The 5 green ships. And if we pause that so we don't get wiped out and go into there we go. 10 out of 10, the 1,000 achievements done, and that's how you can do it. That takes roughly about 25 minutes if you're playing through this. And like I said, even though I had to do it in 2 runs, if you did it on one, played strategically, just popping off those red ones when you see them and those medium ships, you'll have no trouble in getting the 1,000 G in one run in about 25 minutes. So the key here is treasure, get the right upgrades, and play strategically in the later levels. Just pick them off as you see them. Well, I hope you find this guide informative and it's going to help you get the 1,000 G in one run. If you like it, then we've got more guides like this on our channel, so head over there and check them out. And whilst you're there, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you know when we release all these guides along with our weekly sales guide. That lets you know when games like this and other quick completions are on sale. Well, that's all the time I got for you today, guys, so I'll see you all in the next video.